It's a new week. Time to bounce back. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven. We are back with some more Major League Baseball bets for Monday, April 17th. It's been a rough few days, that's for sure. We're still up on the season. It is a long haul in the MLB season, 161 games. But these last few days have not been pretty. I am ready for a bounce back. I got three more best bets for you. And also, we're gonna do a little different at the beginning. We're gonna give you some good player matchups to look for if you like hitter props or total bases or anything like that. So we're gonna start out with that. But before we do, hit like, comment. You guys know what the deal. You guys are crushing it. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. This thing is growing quickly. It's a lot of fun. This Discord is just absolutely wild. It's one of the most fun times I've had. I mean, every NBA game, baseball game, we are going crazy. We win together, lose together. It's been a lot of fun. So join that Discord if you haven't already. I gotta preach it. Bankroll management, guys. Like I said, we're like 16 games into a 161 game season of baseball. We're in it for the long haul. We're all not trying to make $1 million within 2 days. Bankroll management. You're going to go through ups and downs. So here we go. I think it's time to go to that bets recap page, unfortunately, for over the weekend. It was ugly, guys. It was. It was two of the worst days I've had in a while. Friday, 2 and 4, because these are just half unit bets. It's only down 1.32 units. And Saturday was the big 0 for 3. Leave it to me to bet Kelnick over 1.5 bases for the Mariners. He's hit a home run in 4 straight games, and all he ends up with is one single. That's it. So it was 2 and 7, down 2.82 units. This is exactly why I'm doing half units right now. There's some things going absolutely haywire in the MLB. Pitchers who have looked bad for a whole year and their first couple starts all of a sudden bounce back, and there's just some more data coming available. So we will move to 1 unit bets soon, but right now we're sticking with the half units. 41 and 35 on the year, plus 2.43. Not good enough. Got to be better. And that starts right now. All right, here we go. We're going to do something a little different this time. We're going to start out with some good matchups for the hitters. Later on, you'll hear some good pitching matchups because I got it in some of my bets. But I think this will just help you guys kind of go over some data. This is not me saying definitely bet this guy to get a hit or a double or a home run or anything like that. It's just hopefully more information for you when you do your own research. So here we go. Let's pop those up. There they are. Juan Soto, 8 for 22 versus Max Fried. That's right. Max Fried is back. Juan Soto doesn't have any home runs, not even a ton of doubles. It's just a lot of singles. But 8 for 22 is impressive versus a good pitcher. Jose Ramirez, 11 for 38 versus Matthew Boyd. He has 3 bombs off of him, too. So pretty good matchup for him. Josh Harrison, 10 for 33 versus Lance Lynn. 2 home runs, and he has 3 doubles. So that's a good matchup, but you're going to understand why that might not be the best thing to take because I have that in one of my best bets. So we'll find out later. But and the last one, Marcus Simeon, 10 for 20 off Jordan Lyles. I mean, that's pretty good. 1 home run, 4 doubles. So hopefully that kind of helps. I'm kind of picking some guys that have had at least 15, 20 at bats. I don't want to give you guys, someone that's like 2 for 4 against the guy. It's just not a lot of history. So we'll also have some good pitcher K matchups and all that. But for now, we're going to stick with hitter today. And now it's time, the time you've all been waiting for. Best bets time. Bet number one right now. All right, here we go. Bet number one, Pirates at the Rockies. Rockies money line minus 140. Pirates money line plus 120. Over under of a whopping 11.5 runs because it's at Coors Field. My best bet for this game, guys, Rockies minus a half a run in the first 5 innings at minus 115. I wanted the Rockies money line as my best bet, but it got up to minus 140. A little too juicy for me, so I took them on the run line in the first 5 innings. And here's why. It's Rich Hill versus Kyle Freeland. Rich Hill is an old pitcher who just does not have it anymore, guys. 7.2 ERA, 12 earned runs given up in 15 innings pitched. He's given up 29% hard contact, and he's only had 1 strikeout in the last 10 innings. That's how much he's sucking right now. He has a 6% swinging strike rate, which is just bonkers low. I mean, that's insane. He's barely getting anyone to swing and miss. And when the ball is put in play in Coors Field, it's not going to be good. So I expect him to have a terrible game. The over/under, by the way, for Rockies team total, just the first 5 innings, is 3.5 runs. That's what the books think about Rich Hill. Kyle Freeland on the mound for the Rockies. He's their best pitcher. I'm not going to lie. It's not easy to pitch in Colorado. He's a lefty, but he is their best pitcher. He's only given up 2 earned runs in 18.2 innings. And at Coors Field this year, 2 runs given up in 12.2 innings. I don't think you guys understand how amazing that is to only give up 2 runs in 12 innings at Coors Field. This is a hitter's masterpiece. I mean, the freaking elevation there is just absolutely crazy. The hitting goes crazy. That's why you see 11 and a half total. I mean, it's going to have a lot of runs, and I expect the Rockies to do the majority of that. And I hate the Rockies bullpen. They have already blew a bet for me before, but I think it was last week actually. They were up 6-2 in the Cardinals, and their bullpen just absolutely folded. I don't want to deal with that. So I'm taking Rockies minus a half a run on the first 5 run line at minus 115 for my bet number one. Let's move on to game number two. All right, here we go. Game number two, Giants at the Miami Marlins. Miami money line minus 126, Giants money line plus 108, over under of 7.5 runs. In this game, guys, we got a matchup of Logan Webb versus Jesus Luzardo. Logan Webb, he is not the same pitcher so far this year. He's given up 9 runs in 17 innings, given up a whopping 31% hard contact. That is no bueno. And he's struck out 22 guys in 17 innings. He's still getting some strikeouts, and we'll get to the K props here in just a second too. Jesus Luzardo on the other side, he's been sneaky good. Not even sneaky good. He's just been legit this year. He's a lefty who is finally living up to his potential in my mind. 2-0 with a 1.93 ERA. He's 1 out away from having 3 quality starts this year. A quality start is 6 or more innings pitched with 3 or less earned runs given up. He's just been solid. And this Giants lineup is going to be by far the worst lineup he's faced this year. The Giants are the worst hitting team versus lefties this season. Joey Wentz, we just talked about this game last week. Joey Wentz gave up only 1 run against them as a lefty last year for the Tigers. Joey Wentz doesn't hold a candle to Jesus Lazardo. This guy is a much better pitcher. I like this matchup for him. My best bet in this game, it's simple. The Marlins money line minus 126 because of what I just said. The Giants absolutely suck versus lefties. But if you do want to look at K props too, I'm not saying to definitely bet these, but the Marlins versus right-handed pitching, which is what Logan Webb is, they've struck out 26.9% of the time, which is the third worst. And the Giants versus lefties struck out 33.1% of the time. That is the second worst in all of the majors. So there's some K props to be had maybe in this game, depending on what you like and when you research and what those prop lines exactly come out like for you. But my best bet, it's the Marlins money line. I think they take care of business at home. I like how they're playing lately. Giants are struggling. Give me the Miami Marlins minus 126, and let's move on to game number three. All right, third and final game. Philadelphia Phillies at the Chicago White Sox. Phillies money line minus 125. White Sox money line plus 105. Over under 7.5 runs. I am doing a same game parlay in this game, so here we go. I'm going to dive right in. Lance Lynn 6+ Ks and the under 9.5 in this game. I know the under is set at 7.5. I am taking the alt line of 9.5 and taking the under. Let's start out with Lance Lynn, guys. He's had some okay outings, and he had one really good outing. But strikeout wise, 6, 5, and 10. So he's hit that in 2 of the 3. And now he's facing a Phillies team. They strike out the 8th most times against right-handed pitching this year. And since the start of 2022, they've struck out the 3rd most times, the third highest K rate versus right-handed pitching. Now, the under 9.5, guys. This is supposed to be about a 35 degrees in Chicago, the south side, 35 degrees. Can you believe that? Hitting is not going to be easy in 35-degree weather, let me tell you. So I expect Lance Lynn and Zach Wheeler on the mound for the Phillies. I think they're both rounding into form a little bit, and I think the Wheeler holds down this struggling White Sox offense. Phillies offense is not doing that well either. But if you've ever played baseball with wood bats, hitting a freaking baseball in 35 degrees, it's not easy. 7.5, it's there for a reason. It's because of the weather. I'm taking it all the way up to 9.5 and taking the under. You parlay Lynn 6+ Ks and under 9.5, you get minus 122. If you want to be a little more risky, take under 8.5, or just take under 7.5. I think it gets to 7 or less. I think we're looking at like maybe a 3-2 kind of game. So that's my best bet for this game. Let's move on to the bets recap page. All right, there it is. Rockies minus a half a run in the first 5 at minus 115. The Marlins money line at home over the Giants at minus 126. And then we got that same game parlay. Lance Lynn 6+ Ks and the under 9.5 alt line for both of them, because I think Lance Lynn right now is at 7 Ks, so I took it down one also to put those together. So those are my 3 best bets. Man, is it time for a bounce back, guys? It really is, and I see that coming right now. This is a new week, bankroll management, but I expect a good week coming. We got NBA playoffs, we got MLB picks. It's a good time to follow sports. Thank you guys for all the support. Smash that like button, and we will see you tomorrow.